Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Poke, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't appreciate.
What are we talking about, son?
Get into it. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard. You see it. Bushy top is out. You know what I mean? Business.
Blurry is back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back, man.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
Blurry Joe.
That means it's time.
It means it's real out here.
That means it's
no, it's
time.
legit. I don't know why your hand is what decides if it's blurry or not, but that is what works. What's going on, Poke, as Joe tries to figure it out?
Not much.
There you go.
Not much.
You can tell Poke just woke up from a nap. He still that's
Did we not all? Because I took a great nap.
I did not, obviously, as I told y'all already.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. J-Sab, defense travels, but so does the weather. It looks like it's going to rain on Saturday. Again, dog.
Man. This is crazy.
Pound.
Pause.
If Lyle is clear and ready, let's get another layer of our run game. Yes, sir. How you doing, Joey?
Oh, man. Chilling, man. Ready for the week, man. You see it. We starting with violence this morning, man.
Yeah.
This evening. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, whenever you listen to it.
Yeah. We start with violence.
You know what I'm saying? I see you, Joey, shining bright like a diamond. All right.
Like it,
That's so sweet. That's so sweet.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you, Buki. Thank you, Buki.
Okay. All right.
And that'll do it for tonight's show.
All right, guys. It was fun. Y'all have a good one. Have a good night.
Y'all have a good one.
Continues without us. Shout out to Last Kings.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man. Words from Bane Twitter's FS Pooh is lost. Y'all next. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was watching.
Yeah.
Watching. All right, let's kick it off there.
Yeah.
Let's kick it off there. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody in the chat. Shout out to Frogman. Shout out to Cali King. Shout out to everybody. Numbers keep rolling in. We got to watch Friday night, right? Got to watch for the first time FSU played a real team that's not, ITT Tech or South Harmon. Sure. What you did watch, if you got to watch it, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people.
Institute of Technology.
Yes, I love that movie. It's one of my greatest. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's a good one.
So Joe, you got my text early, right? I think it was the first drive that Virginia had. Mm-hmm. What did you see in that game against Virginia?
It's conference play, right? It's conference play now. It doesn't matter who it is in conference. It's conference play. Mm-hmm. Coaches have film. Coaches know what you do. They're able to scheme. They see the weaknesses. They see the strengths. So now you have to really play. This isn't like we had a guest in here that was saying we were discrediting the Alabama win.
Yeah.
No, that was just the first game of the season.
Long time ago.
That doesn't matter in week 4 or week 5 or week 6. That doesn't matter at all. College football in general is a week-to-week sport, man. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter, man. So it was really, that really, they both played a sloppy game for the most part. And FSU was scoring, kind of at will. Yep. They just couldn't stop anybody. And Virginia was able to surprisingly dominate in the trenches with 3 starters out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's incredible to me. And it showed where it really kind of exposed FSU on defense, man. So yeah.
Let me pull up the stats real quick. So third down efficiency, Virginia was 7 of 13. 2 of 2 on fourth downs, 440 total yards, 4.4 yards per rush. Hope, from what you saw, from what you watched, if you had time, caught the highlights, whatever, what were your takeaways?
I don't know. They both look softer than baby shit. I'll tell you that much. For all the crap that they were talking about how dominant their defensive line was, they couldn't get pressure without a blitz. I mean, they couldn't even get pressure with a blitz. So I don't know. They just look slow to me. Their secondary, and Joey pointed this out, their secondary looks small. Like little looks little. I mean, they were getting blown up by UVA's running back. So I can't imagine what Fletch and Brown are going to do. And if Lyle's back, what he's going to do to them. If they can't, having a hard time tackling that guy from UVA, then they're in for a very rude awakening, I think. Plus, going up against the offensive line that we have, I will be shocked if they have more than a handful of pressures the entire game, to be honest with you. Just seeing how they performed against Virginia down 3 starters and just being able to get any type of pressure, I just don't see it happening against the type of offensive line we have.
Yeah, I believe they had 2 sacks, and that was from the safeties.
Yeah,
okay. It wasn't from the D line at all or the front.
Mm-mm.
Now I'll say their safety play was good. I'll give them that. Their safeties can play some ball back there, but I don't know. It just didn't looked pedestrian to me, if I'm being honest. I mean, I was actually expecting a little bit more
from all the talk
that game, right? Exactly, and I just didn't see it. But I mean, that's just me. But I don't know. They want to talk all that stuff about how, I don't even know where to start with all the nonsense they were talking, to be honest with you. But they didn't show me really much of anything.
Yeah, and Joe, to your credit, both the sacks were from the same player.
Yeah.
Ashlyn Baker was the only player with a sack. I'm sure PFF did their pressure rate and all that stuff. I think that's the first thing that stood out to me. That's why I sent Joe that text. I was like, yo, Canes by 30. They're trenches, bro. Like, if you get obviously first play, you can make other chances, and then went to overtime, right? But if you can't get pressure on the first play to kind of set a tone, where yo, it's gonna be a long night, not necessarily, but yo, you couldn't get anything. They got 5 yards on the first run. I was like, oh, okay. This is, if that's happening, and I do that too, right? If that's happening with that offensive line with three starters out, what are they gonna do with our starters in? That's right. A way better offensive line. And I was just that's the first thing that stood out to me, man. Look, Virginia scored 46 points, 35 going into overtime, right? With 3 interceptions. They scored 35 points and turned the ball over 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Florida State gave it back a couple of times, but if you're what your media says you are, this is the game that shouldn't have been close. I knew the reality was you didn't play anybody the last 2 weeks. Oh, wow, you put up 750 yards against Kent State. Who gives a fuck? I can tell you after Bethune-Cookman was over, I couldn't tell you other than the 15 of 15 for Carson Beck that we only talked about in the podcast after that. We didn't carry that over 3 weeks. Oh, yo, but Carson Beck 3 weeks ago was 15 to 15. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about what my team did a month ago. I don't care what they did last Saturday. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm not bringing up shit. But on episode 1, we had some shit going. That doesn't fucking mean anything, bro.
Nothing.
Brought that up. I was like, okay, that's all I need to see. And look, fam, Earl Little on that run when he met Jamari Rogers in the hole, and he just bounced off him, I laughed. Because isn't Earl Little the same one that face planted when that tried to tackle Damian Martinez? Yep. So highlight reel after highlight reel. Look, I'm old enough to remember when Nick Saban kind of said, not publicly, but it got out that Earl Little didn't make a cut at Alabama because he wasn't physical enough. Right? We all got the internet. You can look it up. It's what he said. Nick Saban doesn't say much shit often out loud. So I was like, all right. So that continued. Yeah, man. The offense tried.
To his credit, he tries to be physical. Yeah,
he tried, but
it's like a kind of like a Markeith Williams old situation, right? Where where you hit, like he hits, but he's just too light in the ass, to tackle powerful running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got Florida State. We got Florida State in the building. Is it Florida State? I don't know if this is a Florida State fan. To apologize. This is, man, y'all really on our emotion. VAQB ran for 3 TDs and Beckers, and we will see. I hope I'm wrong, but y'all kind of talking feelings. What
you talking optics, man? I ain't talking nothing about feelings. It's just all optics. It's what we saw during the game.
Where was the feelings and what we said? That's reality of what happened.
How many you have this? You have the numbers pulled up still?
For what? Yeah.
The game, the stats. So
yeah, what you need?
The rushing stat. Virginia's rushing. How many yards did they run for?
They ran for 211 yards.
Okay, so that's a stat, not fit. That's a stat. These are numbers.
Yeah. Numbers. What was 4.4 yards per carry.
Okay.
Chandler Morris did have a crazy running game of 8 carries for 37 yards.
Okay.
Just their VAQB just absolutely dominated. He did all that guy with a fucked up hand. Mm-hmm. Like he fucked up his hand like
and on that drive, everybody knew his hand was messed up, so they weren't gonna throw. And they still dominated in the run game on that drive. Time of possession,
12 plays, and 11 of them were runs that drive too. So
yeah. What was the time of possession?
I got you. Hold on, please hold. Do as I look it up. There's a Seminole fan in the chat. 31 minutes, 57 seconds.
For UVA. Yeah. That's again for FSU fans, man. It's not emotional at all. It's really what happened and what we all watched.
Mm-hmm.
They dominated the defense in the trenches with 3 starters out.
I love this.
Like that's it.
Owen Kane, you know what didn't age well? Your defensive line. Yeah, I just want to put you.
I mean, I hope it's a good game, man. And
I wish the best for y'all. I really do.
I hope it's a good game, brother. I hope it's a good game, man. And I think, listen, let's not get. For me, we'll go into predictions and all that, but just like we said, Virginia is an ACC team. This is an ACC game. This is a rivalry game. It's not going to be easy. It's nobody's saying we're just going to go in there and it's going to be easy, but there are issues.
Yeah.
Styles make fights, right? So when you have a team that runs the ball kind of well, that has an O-line that's built for that has running backs that's built for that, and you play a defense that doesn't look like they're built to stop that, then that's a problem. That's all. That's all we're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, if you had a tough time, right? Again, stats, not feelings. If you had a tough time stopping Jamari Rogers with 3 offensive lineman starters from Virginia missing, which again, Virginia isn't known for putting out incredible quality. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them. They have a great university, great education, all that stuff. They did to you in the trenches what you thought, what you did to Kent State. Like, it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't compare what you did to Kent State when you were feeling yourself, or a East Texas A&M Commerce University of whatever you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take those for real. Like, you're supposed to beat those teams because they're scrimmages, as they said in, you know what I'm saying, during the broadcast. You played a P4 team that also has some talent. It wasn't like, what's his name? Chandler Morris was out there. They weren't doing a bunch of trick plays. They were just running their offense. Like Florida State had to resort to double fleet flickers, double reverses, and all that stuff to get their talented guys on the offensive side to go. But it wasn't like Virginia was out there doing some crazy tricks and it was fluky. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was really 3 picks that that Castellanos should have thrown, because if that defensive lineman on the first drive doesn't jump in, that's it. That safety of that linebacker was sitting there for the pick.
Six, right?
That's a pick six. Like, again, none of this is. I'm not telling you nothing emotionally. I hate y'all bitches with every part of my being. That's emotion. What actually happened is your trenches were weak. Like that actually, like you got no push. Your 2 sacks were from one safety. Earl Little got ran over. That's not feelings, bro. The video is there, and I hope that receiver who was in the end zone didn't get trampled when the crowd rushed in. And that's all I'll say about that. But it wasn't, fam, like the trenches are the trenches. Like it is what it is. Like you either have it or you don't. And are you going to be energized? Sure. But then water always comes to his level. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very different when you can't tackle Jamari Rogers trying to tackle a Mark Fletcher, a Shamar Brown. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be body blows, and like we said, I don't even want Carson back to throw the ball. Just run him. I don't care. Inside zone, outside zone. Don't do nothing else.
The ball 5 times, B.
Yeah, easy work. Man. No, I don't get it. What part of a UN fan you don't get still feelings? I don't understand. I think he just hears feelings. Like that's all
right. Let's
move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, man. he's held up on a running quarterback. Bro had to run because his passing game was off. Dude threw 3 interceptions, had a hurt hand.
Yep.
Of course, they're not going to count for Beck running the ball. Everybody knows he's not a running quarterback. He'll run when he needs to. He'll get some yards when he needs to, but he doesn't have to rely on his legs to run the ball to operate the offense. It's plain and simple. They're going to stay in that zone as much as they do. Beck's going to pick them apart. That's what he does. That's what he does.
And he's not going to get pressure.
He doesn't need to run the ball. We have a 3-headed monster in the backfield should Lyle come back to worry about running the ball, where we don't need a running quarterback like some other teams do. So plain and simple. So moving on.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right. That's Virginia. Florida State is over. It's hate week.
Hate week.
This is my favorite time of the year. I absolutely love it. Cannot wait for Saturday
night. Do you have a soliloquy? Do you have a speech? Do you have
a roast?
Okay, you haven't prepared anything. Roasting session. You haven't prepared.
Here's the truth. I never prepare anything. It just flows, fam. Okay. You know how we do. So it's hate week. Let me get this dono. Make sure I didn't miss it. I feel like FSU lines are trash. Yes, Mike, they are. They are. Like, they are trash. Yes. Look, they have Thomas Castellanos, who has to run for his life and makes plays. You also had a wide receiver that had like 240 yards, but it took you 11 yards to catch a ball. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that, again, all facts, no feelings, whatever. All right. Going into this game, fresh off a bye week, do you guys think the bye week came at a perfect time?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Started out with Notre Dame. We had 2 tough games. A regular, no disrespect to Bethune, but a
warm up,
a cupcake game.
Yeah.
And USF, whose tempo can make it a tough game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we had the perfect mix of power games, kind of practice slight game, and a mid-tier game. And, perfect time to heal, get rejuvenated, get your mind right, get out the building, hang out with family, or do what you want to do, and then get back to work. So I think that was perfect. Yes.
Poke, what you thinking?
I'm not. I was reading the comments.
Yeah, I know. Try not to. It'll get you derailed. Stay locked in. Stay locked in. I know how you get. Don't get worked up.
I want to read all the nonsense that these people are talking about, man.
Yeah, no, they're not based in reality, man. You got to understand, like, they're tinfoil hats. They're still crying from like 3 years ago when Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, they cry about old shit.
We can address it later. We can have a whole question and answer session.
Facts.
I just want to eat my mini.
Last Kings. I bet FSU will
stack more than 3 defensive players on the line against us. I mean, they're gonna have to figure something out, and then things open up because I don't know how good their linebackers are in coverage. Couldn't tell you. They couldn't cover Twitty, which was a tight end from Virginia.
Yeah, it was ugly. I was looking at I can't remember the number, on efforts. The linebacker. Oh,
Yeah.
But they run a it looks like they run a base 3-3-5 or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's
I don't
that's gonna be
understand.
like you have to have the personnel to do that. Like there's nothing wrong with that defense, but you have to have 3D linemen that are beast. You can't have 3 soft D linemen. Not saying they're soft. But
they
you
loaf
gotta
a
have
little bit. They loaf
you
a
gotta
little bit,
have
right?
beast in that front, man. And I don't know that the personnel suits that. So, and we don't know. Like again, this is a week by week basis. They may come out in a 4-2-5 next week.
Yep.
You know, adjustments happen. They get paid millions as well, hundreds of thousands as well. So they may adjust and come out with something totally different. We don't know.
Facts. Poke, I forgot the question I asked you before. What was it? Now heading into the bye, you think the bye week came at a perfect time before we had
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Because I mean I think the 4 games we had at home, they're pretty hard fought games. I mean, the first game against Notre Dame was, pretty much a slugfest, back and forth, close game. Bethune, not so much. USF, everybody thought it was going to be, but turned it out not so much.
Mm-hmm.
But then the last one against Florida, it's a rivalry game. It's always going to be a tough fought game. And then, the conditions weren't the best. It was just, pretty much a slugfest the whole time. So I think that, having some other guys that have been out for a minute being nicked up, it gives them that extra week to really focus on their health and try to get 100% or as close to 100% as possible for another rivalry game coming up. So I think it definitely adds to our benefit, gives the team time to relax a little bit and rest up. Plus, it gives them, that little bit of extra time to really focus in on the next opponent and really nail some things down, maybe clean some things up that we saw from, the Florida game that needed cleaning up. So I think it comes at a really great time. And, plus being that we're going on the road for the very first time this year, I think it helps with that as well. You kind of get that little bit of a reset too. So yeah, I think this one was perfectly timed. Now the next one, that one can,
that
F off.
That's so stupid having
that's the stupidest one, man. Have a game and then another bye week.
Yeah,
that's rough. That's rough.
I hate that. It's so dumb. For me, I agree with y'all. It came at the perfect time. Look, that Florida game was weird because people want to react to the final score, which was 26-7, but reality, they called back a touchdown that should have never been taken off. So 20-0, that game might look totally different if they don't take that Sharmar Brown touchdown off the board. The penalties, the snap infractions that happened at home with Brockemeyer has to be fixed, has to be cleaned up. But you head into a rivalry game, it kind of works. I kind of like it more now because you head into another rivalry game, so you can't really bullshit on your bye week, right? It's not like you're heading into have a bye week and you're heading into South Harmon or Bethune, you know what I mean? Like heading into some bullshit because it was just a weird time. Like Florida State, I think, had a bye week after Alabama, and then they went into East Texas A&M. You know what I'm saying? So you're heading into a rivalry, so you can't bullshit on your bye week. Got to get locked in. I'm ready for this game. And after watching them, again, against an actual opponent, I'm excited about it. Joe, I wanted to ask you, with the type splits that you always talk about with the offensive line, right? How does that benefit when you run a 3-3-5?
I think it's pretty much the same. Like that, those tight splits, I've dove more into it and asked more questions about it. And it like Coach Mirabal said on what show was he? AO on them show.
Miami Mayhem.
Yeah, Miami Mayhem. Salute to y'all, the whole Flow Network, man. It helps prevent negative plays, man. And with the 30 front, you're gonna have to get up to the second level with the 30 front. So you have the nose and then you have 2 ends. You're gonna have to get up to the linebackers, man. So it's gonna be pretty much the same. I mean, you're gonna be a lot of duo blocking. You're gonna be doubling. You're gonna have to take care of Darryl Jackson because he's a menace. He's still. I understand what we saw. Yep. I understand what we saw, but he's still when he played against us last year, he showed up. it was a totally different scheme, but he showed up. So you're gonna just have to take care of those front three and get up to the backers, man. So it's pretty much the same. It's just different assignments, different ways you block, but it's pretty much the same.
Okay. I didn't Poke, when you watched the highlights, did you see anything from their linebackers that gave you, and run support that gave you any cause for concern?
Not really. It kind of reminded me of our linebackers from last year. So we know how that went.
Yeah.
So I mean, they would make some good plays here and there, but then kind of fall. It was kind of inconsistent, I guess, would be the best word you can say for me.
Yeah.
I think they're athletic on the back end. Like the secondary is very athletic. They have some players in the secondary. I think the front is where the talent level, not that they're terrible, but the talent level in the front leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah. I'm just not sure on their depth either. They could have some guys on
that as well.
From what I've seen and what I've noticed, I don't think they have as much depth as we do, especially in the secondary. But even maybe the defensive line, I'm not 100% sure because I don't do deep dives into anybody else's rosters for the most part. So I have no idea. But that's just kind of what it seems like to me. So
I'll tell you this: after last year's 2-10, they brought in 38 transfers. Don't know how. Look, it's well documented. FSU fans that are crying in the chat. Norvell doesn't recruit well in high school. He hasn't developed anything in high school. He just hasn't, right? Like they know it. I've watched some of y'all content. You know it. Like let's be honest here. You haven't. So you haven't developed that depth in year 7, I believe. I think this is Norvell's 7th year in the program. So you kind of rely on transfers.
That's
the 7th year, bro. Like it is what it is. Again, not facts, just feelings. I can count.
Keep him forever.
Been there forever. He doesn't develop, and that's been the issue. Like past year 22, I don't know what you have. I still don't, and you don't know what you have because everybody came from somewhere else. Because you had to do it after 2-10. You have to cleanse that bitch out, right? Like, and the thing is, the guys that you've lost, Patrick Payton doing solid for LSU. You know what I'm saying? Players are doing their thing when they left you. So I don't know really what they are, and I don't think they really know. That's why, like. The sensitivity, I understand it. Like after going 2-10 and having a 3-9 record as well with the same coach, like I get why you're so vulnerable and sensitive about it. But that's just the reality of it, right? Like you've recruited 5 stars, haven't developed them, they've left, and yeah, like to Poke's point, like I don't know what you have after your first 11. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, and I don't think you do. And
so their transfer portal rankings for 2025. They were number 36th in portal, number 36th.
Sorry, what's it?
Portal rankings.
Okay. All right.
Transfer portal. Yeah, Miami was number 5.
Right.
In transfer portal rankings. That's not something to sneeze at, yo. Like that's major.
No. Yeah.
And then you don't recruit well in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out what their high school recruiting ranking was.
They were in the 30s too.
Yeah. So Miami was 14th in 2025, and Florida State was 20th.
Yeah. Okay.
In high school rankings.
Well, they have a lot of jobs open.
That's not good, man.
No,
it's not good. That's not good. You have to do something well. You have to do
one
something
of those two
at an elite level. Yes.
If you're gonna not recruit, you have to kill it in the portal. Yes. You can't do both things mediocre and then expect utter success. That's not how you know what I'm saying. That's not how it realistically works.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not impressed with their D-line, bro. Their O-line wasn't impressive. And I had that feeling that I think the Canes watched it as a team. You know what I'm saying, in the IPF, probably had it on the big screen and just, and then the analysts were chopping up all the stuff that they needed to for the game. Yeah, man, like we could run through the stats for their season stats, and it looks good for Florida State. But again, like they've played 2 P4 teams. Yeah, they played 2.
I think their quarterback is the weapon.
Yes.
Right. Tommy, we know about him. Like
Facts.
I've said this the whole time. He's the best running quarterback that we're gonna see, in my opinion. He's quick, he's fast, and he's tough. But he will put the ball in danger.
Yes.
He definitely will throw it up. As far as receiving, the big dude is the main dude, number 0.
Deuce Robinson.
Well, they also had he was what 6'6", and they also had a 5'11" cornerback trying to cover him.
Yeah.
Well, we got dudes that are 6'1", 6'2" that are going to hang with him just fine.
Yeah, he's the go-to guy. He's the security blanket. The other cat, the fast dude,
Squirrel White.
No, not Squirrel White.
Dancy.
Yeah. He's a track. He's not a receiver. He's not tuned. He's not fine-tuned as a receiver.
Right.
Yet. Like you can tell. He can run. Obviously, he has long speed. They try to get him the ball in those instances, but he's not fine-tuned as a receiver. He doesn't run good routes. His hands are questionable. So the best receiver is Deuce Robinson, and Squirrel White is solid.
Yeah.
You know?
And he only had 2 catches last game for 5 yards.
Yeah. Virginia did a good job, man, on that aspect. And when it was third down, they went to Deuce Robinson every time.
Yeah. Man caught everything, though. To his credit, the man caught it, except for that 11. Not all of them. Right?
Well,
the big one he didn't catch. Yeah.
The one he should have caught.
The one he should have and needed to.
Which Tommy Castellanos put that shit on a rope. That shit was perfect. That should have been an easy touchdown if we keep it in the buck. Like he put it right on him. Like that was his best pass of the game. Besides all the back shoulder ones. Like he killed that pass. Like, I'm not gonna lie about that at all.
He threw a couple good passes, man. He threw a couple good passes. But
he killed it on the back shoulders to Deuce. He killed it on those.
I don't know. Is that more, or he's putting it where it's supposed to, or is that more because he's got a noodle arm? I don't know.
Nah. So if you're
running, ain't got much of an arm, honestly.
If you're running a fade and the DB's even with you, you're gonna try to throw a back shoulder.
Yeah, back shoulder.
You're gonna try to throw a back shoulder.
Yeah.
I think it was planned, but again, where everybody has film now, man. Film is out.
Yeah,
and there's a few things that film you can't do anything about with film. If you're getting bullied, film don't matter.
Nope.
So if you can't stop the run and you can't protect your quarterback, the film doesn't matter. You could do what the hell.
If you're running back, look, Tommy Castellanos' cardio is insane. The way he was running for his life against Virginia, and making extra plays, that shit is gonna get exhausting. Right, and he does it out there, and he does his thing. He fucking little jitterbug. He's out there trying to do everything he can, and yeah, man, I made a mistake of reading the comments. I'm trying not to cook y'all, so I'm straight. I'm stay locked in. Yeah, man, I don't see it, bro. And it's not on some fancy shit, not on, oh man, they're gonna do that, just on the X's and O's, man to man, line it up, bro. It's not, they're gonna do their thing, right? They're gonna do their double oop-de-whoop annexation of Puerto Rico shit and all the work
double
to
reverse,
double wide receiver passes, all that. They're gonna pull out all the stops, and I understand it. But if you just line it up and play ball, we're gonna try to control the clock. I don't want nobody to complain how much we run in the ball, because we're gonna run the ball down their throat. Whether that's just what they're going to do. I expect a 60-40, 65-35 split. Why get away from it from what works? Shrink the game and just punish them, man. Bully ball. It's not even. I'm not even telling y'all nothing. Oh, but no, fam. The score might not show you how bad the game actually was, because it's gonna be ball control, and it's just get in, get out of there, man. Get out with a dub in the your ACC kickoff, for the season, and going to another bye week that's ridiculous, and run it up, man. Yeah, I don't know, dog.
This is the first ACC game, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
we kick it off against Florida State.
Goodness gracious!
Which is a crazy thing. Virginia now owns the tiebreaker against Florida State, because Virginia beat Florida State. I don't know if they know that. They just try to pass right over that. But Virginia lost to NC State. That wasn't an ACC game.
Right. I remember them saying that. Yeah.
Which
I don't
is
know. That's weird.
I don't understand why that is, but just to give y'all some of the stats, right? Florida State's scoring offense, they score 53 points a game. Again, graded on a scale because played nobody 2 weeks. Number 9 in the country as of today. Scoring defense, they give up 19 points a game, 40th in the country. Their total offense, they're number 3 in the country, 557 yards. Total defense, they're 38th, 329 yards. Rushing offense, which is the majority of what they do, 328 yards a game. Rushing defense, they're 70. They give up 78 yards a game of 15. Again, they just gave up 241 yards, 211 yards to Virginia. Passing offense, they give up. They pass for 229 yards a game, good for 64th in the country. Passing defense, 215 yards per game, good for 56 in the country, and they are 54% on third downs because they're usually working with shorter third downs, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2s because of their running game, good for 12 in the country. For Miami, their scoring offense, 37 points a game, 39th in the country. Scoring defense is 11.5 points a game. Again, we've played 2 P4 opponents and a G5 opponent who was the hottest team in the country. But again, we don't give a fuck. We moved on. 13 points a game. Total offense, 450 yards per game for the 36th in the country. Total defense, 244 yards a game, good for 15th. Rushing offense, 180 yards a game, 40th in the country. Rushing defense, 76 yards per game, good for 11th in the country. Passing offense, 270 for 32nd in the country. Passing defense, 168 yards per game, good for 16th. And third down conversion, we're at 23rd in the country at 49%. So that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. Shout out to Owen King in our chat, man. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe because we'll be here on Wednesday and next Sunday. We don't hide from nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't hide. We act like the games actually happened and we talk about it and move on. You know what I'm saying?
We can go through. Let's go through. We got questions. We got comments. Let's go through, man. Pick them out.
Oh yeah, we got a couple. Let's see what.
Let's talk, man. Let's
Here we go. Y'all beat a shitty ass Notre Dame and feel like y'all did something, bro. Stop it. Y'all was fighting for your lives with UF. If UF had a decent offense, y'all would have been cooked. Fam, and if you had a defense, you would have beat Virginia. This is stupid, bro.
You can't do that. Yeah.
You gave up 46 points to Virginia, dog. Virginia, bro. Who'd you beat? Kent State and East Texas A&M. Yeah, y'all beat Alabama at the beginning of the year. Congrats. Who gives a? Who cares? That doesn't. Oh, but you could. Now you're gonna do that mashup where you could have beat Georgia. Come on, dog.
Yeah,
come on, dog.
The football fan math. Right there.
The worst. Yeah. It's the worst kind of math in the world. It's that transitional properties bullshit.
Yeah.
Idiots, bro.
So Owen, nobody cares about who did what in the past. We're coming. Miami's going to Tallahassee Saturday.
Yep.
We will see what's going on. Please, we'll be on the show next Wednesday.
Yep.
So stop by. You know what I mean?
And Sunday, right after the game.
Oh yeah, Sunday, right after the game. My apologies.
Yep.
Yeah, let's chop it up, man. We'll see. We'll see what's happening. But Owen, how do you feel about what happened Friday night? Talk about that.
Did it happen to you, or did you just?
How do you feel about what happened this past Friday? We can only go week to week, right? So, what happened this Friday?
Yep.
Tell us what you saw from your perspective.
Tell me what your defense was like. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to read it.
What else we got?
Come on, dog. Games got to be played, bro. Games were played. We dropped the ball for sure. Yeah, 2 times to the other team. Thanks. But how did your defensive line look, Owen? Play to play, not just, you know what I'm saying? Don't pick and choose. Tell me play to play.
How not being able to stop the run with 3 Virginia O-linemen starters out. Tell us what that was about. Because we don't pay attention really to other teams.
Mm-mm.
So as an FSU fan, tell us what happened. What did you see? Was somebody hurt? Tell us what happened.
Wesley Jonas says Owen Kane, if a frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his butt when he hopped. Yeah, man. Look, it's hate week, bro. We embraced it. You know what I'm saying?
We
embraced it all. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. How much do you hate Florida State? Let's get to the feelings part of it. All right, we did the analysis, all cool. Now let's just fucking cook them, bro.
Like, like I want to vomit. Like it comes up in my mouth, like in my throat, like every time that it gets, mentioned and start talking about it. And it's just like, I don't even know if there's words to describe it, to be honest with you. I just want nothing to do with that school up in the Panhandle. I mean, it's just yuck.
He says it's so calm, but he says it with like a layer of anger right underneath it. That's kind of terrifying, right? Like he's just saying that monotone and like complete, but like we know him, so like I will murder these dudes. Yeah, man. Like Joe, what about you?
I give dirty looks under my breath when I see people walking around with Florida State gear on, and
just the maroon, the burgundy.
I said I don't even like saying it. I mean, some water.
What's worse to me is people that are from South Florida who are Florida State fans. That's amazing to me. I don't see how that even happened, though. Like, that's nasty.
But I just want to just address it. I'm sure adjustments will be made. Shout out to Owen, man.
Back to basic. What? So that wasn't that was basic. That was pretty basic. So
was basic. Are you going basic 2 and 10? Like what's your
back to what? Like back to
what exactly is your standard of? Are you going back to 2 years ago, a team that isn't there anymore? And you know what I'm saying, that running back that you had isn't like
maybe back to Alabama.
What foundation are you talking about here? Like I'm curious as to be like, again, this head coach has had y'all 2 and 10 and 3 and 9. What is the foundation that you, again, that's reality, right? No feelings. That's just what it is. That's what he's done. Yes, he gave you a 13-0 season, and then you guys have, I think you guys are like 5-17 in your last 20 or 5-13 or some crazy shit like that in your last 18 games. So what is the basic foundation that you're speaking of, Owen? Really curious about that. Because we're talking shit, like, yes, we're in that, but like, what's the basic? What's the foundation that you lean on that you can think of? Is this a rivalry game? Yes. Is it going to be hard fought and y'all going to try to show up? Yes, 100%. But to say that there's a basic there, I don't know what that means. Like that's just what's basic? Is it your basic defense? That's a 3-3-5 that got no pressure on Virginia. Is it what do you mean? Yo no comprendo. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
I think he just means back to basics, like as a general principle of fundamentals. Yeah.
Because they didn't look fundamentally sound. They couldn't tackle. They took
a lot of
very poor angles.
Yep.
Okay. So back to basics.
There were some gap integrity issues that happened too. So I mean,
so you think? Do you think that happens in a week? Like in a week, you shore up all, because these are things that were there. They just didn't show themselves until now. You know, they didn't have to show. You didn't need that against East Texas and whoever you played. Kent State.
That's a good one. Basically bad. Yeah. Like there, it's very, look, it's why we don't talk about the Bethune-Cookman game as if even Carson, we don't talk about the 15-15 like it's some glorious moment. We understand, we have the understanding that was Bethune-Cookman, right? Like we don't bring that up to further a point that we're actually having, right? Like games were played after that. We don't go back to these moments. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand, dog. I really don't. And again, I'm not even talking on some, we're going to punk them and all this shit, which, yes, but I'm just looking at the trenches, bro. Like, that's the foundation of my statement is that. Like, if you can't bring pressure with 3, then you're going to have to send the blitz. If you send the blitz, you're relying on your, I guess, let's say average linebackers to cover. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because it's not always. I don't know what you are, because you've played one game a month ago, and the most recent game you played, Virginia was, again, I'll say Virginia wasn't running some crazy offense, bro. They were running hitches. They were running basic ass offense, and they were beating your guys. And yes, you had 3 picks, and you gave up 35 points. Like, with that 3-3-5 defense, that's what I'm looking at. If you have to bring in a blitz, what are you doing? You know, I don't know. Shout out to my guy Cafecito.
I think it's going to take some. I think it's going to take some time for Miami to figure out a little bit. You know, because it is a different defense, right? Mm-hmm. So with that 3-3-5, you bring pressure from different places. If you decide to bring pressure, it looks like against Virginia they were playing a lot of zone.
Yeah.
But when you bring pressure, like, you can bring pressure from anywhere in a 3-3-5. Yeah. Like, and if you scheme it up right, or you disguise it right, it can be a challenge. It can definitely be a challenge. But I think it may, like all rivalries go, right? First quarter, it may be some issues, and then you figure it out. So yeah, I think it'll pose a little bit of pressure.
Cafecito and Kane, make sure to check him out every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock, man. That's the brother. I love that guy, man. That's my good friend. He asked, my only concerns are how prepared will Heatherman have us coming off a bye, and B, will Mario take the leash off the passing game if they stack the box? Ooh, that's a good
questions, John. And I think with B, I think if he has to take the leash off, because we know stacking the box doesn't always work, right? Yeah. So they could stack the box and we could still be averaging 7 yards a carry, So I think if that happens, if they stack the box and we're still running the ball at will, I think we won't take our foot out. We'll just keep running. And how prepared will Heatherman have us coming off a bye? Now that's something. Yeah. But I think with Heatherman, I'm kind of getting a little confident in his preparation skills. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, it's gonna be something, man. Gus Malzahn, I mean, he's been running the same offense for 40 years, so we should be prepared. But Castellanos is the X factor. He is. So,
Pope, what about you?
I don't think there's going to be any issue with Heatherman having this team prepared. I mean, if this season has already showed you how prepared this team already is on defense, I mean, I don't think there should be any concern there, just seeing what we've seen to this point so far. Now, is it just because it's such a drastically different defense than we had from last year till now? Is that why we're not having any concerns? I don't know, but I don't see any reason why, and he hasn't given us any reasons to expect them not to be prepared. So I don't think that's going to be that much of an issue on that front. And as far as, letting go of the passing game, I honestly don't think Cristobal has as much input to the offense as he has in the past. I mean, you don't come off having one of the best offensive coordinators in the country from last year and have a number 1 offense in the country to then all of a sudden putting handcuffs on the dude the following season. I'm sure he's the guy, so I'm sure he has input. I just don't think there's as much as people think there were, because they want to hold on to how he was, the first 2 years or first 3 years he was with the program. I think a lot of people are holding on to how the game plan was from the Florida game just because of the conditions and how well the running game was working. Beck had an off game. He wasn't throwing the ball as well as he had been.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people look at that and think that they're going to take one particular game and all of a sudden now that's the offense. Yeah, I don't think you can look at it that way. I just don't think you can. So to me, I think if the passing is going to be there and Beck is going to be back to the Beck we expect, I don't think there's going to be any issues with that as well. Like I said before, if they stay back in that zone, like I saw a lot of against UVA, I think he's going to pick them apart, and it's going to be game over. And all that's going to do is open up the run game even more. So, like I said, if they make adjustments to their defense and come out in something different, then okay, then kind of things kind of go out the window and you got to adjust on the fly. But outside of that, I don't think we're going to see another game like we saw against Florida as far as the passing game goes. But that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, the opening of the passing game to cover, like it doesn't need to be like some extravagant thing, right? It could just be incorporating Elijah Lofton more. Again, if Twitty, right, their tight end was open and was, and Elijah Lofton is, by all accounts, a more talented player, should be open in those spaces, should be more of a factor. It might just be that. It doesn't have to be this, crazy play call. It's just like, oh shit, they weren't throwing Elijah Lofton before, and now they are. Now your linebackers have to think about that in coverage. They could be a little bit more hesitant. A lot of these plays are going to be RPOs, right? So if you have a linebacker hesitant and your D-line already isn't getting pressure, that opens up the running game even more, right? And you have that option because you have to worry about that, and you have to worry about Malachi Tony, which I'm sure your defense is going to key on. And then you're thinking, CJ Downs had that drop last game, which I'm sure he's been thinking about since, and he's coming in more prepared and more willing to get in there, man. So it doesn't have to be this crazy thing. It could just be slow, methodical cuts. I don't think it has to be deep plays. It could be, but it doesn't need to be. You could just punish them down the line. And again, if their depth is in question, you punish them early and you make them tired, and then you start those games show in the third and fourth quarter. Because if you don't have three other defensive linemen, like, because you had to take in all portal guys and you don't develop high school, your depth is going to show in games like this. And it might not be pretty, right? It might not be. But it's
the game. The game plan remains the same, man. You shorten the game. That offense, that hurry up that they run and all the snaps they get, you shorten the game, man. We run the ball 8, 10, 11, 15, 17 play drives. You run the ball, you take the ball out of Castellanos' hands and Gus Malzahn's hands. You take the ball out their hands and you run the ball, man. That's you don't need to do anything special. There's nothing that says you need to do anything different than what you've been doing at all.
Appreciate you.
Hey, look at my guy.
That's my guy, man. He always just pops up, yo. Just like, hey, take a picture. All right, got you. Press the like button, man. It's free. Yeah, man. All right. Y'all want to get to a prediction? Joey, you and I are back on Wednesday. Poke, you got a prediction for next week?
Don't say that. Don't do it, Poke.
I don't.
Do it. Fuck it, do it.
Hello, 57-7. That's what he goes crazy shit.
No,
172 to nothing.
Yeah, just gonna run them in the dirt and then bury them right there on the field in Doak. No, if what everybody's saying is going to happen as far as like the weather goes, we know how those.
I'm
kind
not
of games,
seeing it, man. I'm looking.
I don't know. I haven't
say nothing about weather.
We haven't dove
weather.
into our you heard weather report yet, so I don't.
Yeah, it
doesn't. I will check because I am not far from that area.
Yeah,
but it is at their place, so it could be a hostile environment. So
it will be.
Yeah,
I'm saying along the lines of like a. I think we win by more than a touchdown. I think we beat the spreads at 6.5 now, 7.5, something like that. So I'm gonna say 35-24.
Okay. All right. Real quick before we get up out of here, gotta ask y'all, what type of impact do you think this very little known player, Florida State actually has 8 of them, right? It's crazy. They have 8 of this. They have 8 Ruben Baines, but we have 1, right? And it's obviously the numbers don't match up. How will our 1 Ruben Bain do in this game against, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to their 8? Joey?
Yeah. I've been trying to think about this, man. I think the way that offense is run, you're gonna have to win on first and second down so you can get them to have to throw the ball on third and long. And that's where Bain and Measly and them are gonna affect the game. Because on first and second down, you know they're gonna want to run. They're gonna try to get to the outside. They're gonna run their little trick plays. But if it's third and long, they're gonna have to throw the ball, and the rush is gonna be important because you can't just fly up the field against Castellanos.
You gotta be disciplined.
You know? So they're gonna have to be disciplined in their rush lanes. So we're gonna see how that works, how that works out. Again, they're vets, you know, so hopefully Measly and Bain, you know, play their role, cause havoc, because they can cause havoc in other ways, you know. So stop the run, earn the right to rush the passer, and then, you know, try to get home. It's going to be hard on Castellanos, but he's going to have, you know, hopefully he has a major impact like he's been having. He's going to whip their tackles' ass, though. Their tackles are very suspect.
Very bad. They're bad.
I think, with a guy like that, gap integrity and containment is going to be the biggest point of
paramount,
of concern. So
I think Lightfoot is going to be important.
Yeah, as long as they can do that, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. And up to this point, I think they pretty much have in the games we've seen. I mean, there have been a few here and there where, you know, the quarterback can scoot through the middle and pick up a few. But I think if they limit that, and I don't know if you're going to be able to completely take that away just because of the type of quarterback he is. Mm-hmm. But if you limit it and then you give, like you said, keep them in like a third and long type situations, I think that'll be one of the key points.
Yeah, you can't rush this. You can't rush Castellanos with reckless abandon, right? You gotta stay locked in. You gotta make sure you're controlled chaos in every single way, because you give him an opening, he's gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? The young man's one of the better running quarterbacks in the country. Like, I'm not even gonna like sit here and lie. He can get behind you. He can get past you if you fuck up 100%. Ant Manzano says, Joey, because Coach Heatherman teaches his guys to be disciplined and focus on the gaps, do you really think Castellanos is going to hurt us like that when he was at BC?
No, absolutely not. He's not going to do what he did when he was at BC, because he destroyed us at BC. Yeah. But no, it's not that. And it's a totally different system, totally different everything. That was like 4 years ago, some shit, 3 years ago, something.
Yeah, he's a very senior
guy.
A while ago.
Yeah. So no, I don't think it's going to be like that. But they have the potential for big plays, and they're going to throw the kitchen sink like everybody does. You know, it's a rivalry game. It's major for recruiting. It's an optics game. You know, it's our first AC. They're going to throw the kitchen sink, man. So
they feel like at this point they have something to prove too.
Yeah.
So
sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I do not expect him to just go crazy. No, not at all.
Yeah. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see what Coach Heatherman does with the bye week, how this defense is looking, how the guys prepare. You know what I mean? It is a rivalry. It's an ACC kickoff, and get off going again. Like it's 4 big games? You know what I'm saying in the last month. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to be locked in on. It wasn't just any ones you could sleepwalk through. So I'm excited to how they respond, and you know we'll see what Coach Cristobal has with these guys. Also, if you guys had a chance to see a bad, like we always want to shit on Cristobal when he makes his bad play. Kirby Smart yesterday, not going for the 3. Coach, you know what I'm saying? It's football, baby. It's gonna happen. All right, man. Y'all got anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
Do we have any more questions or anything? No, we good.
I mean, Owen Kane's been going back and forth,
man. Nah. I'm talking about questions. All right,
let's see here. If y'all got questions, send them, man.
Yeah.
Owen Kane, you still stood in the paint, man. Shout out to you, man. I don't ever mind. Scrolling. Well, how y'all feeling about in the chat? Let us know remember, as soon as we're done, all these live comments go away. Make sure to leave your score predictions. Let us know what you think. Let's see. No, nothing to see. New comments.
Nothing.
Kylorin, Miami Kane asked, do y'all think we should do more checkdowns?
I think we do a lot of that. We always have a check down available.
Beck
man.
is one of the check down kings.
What
are you talking about?
Check down king, man. Yeah.
This is a good question, Star. Thank you for asking me. We were gonna have game day in Doak, but then Florida State, you know what I'm saying, got Virginia'd, and now they're going to Vanderbilt for the Vanderbilt Alabama game.
And that's a good way to spell Doak. They are they okay.
They okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a.
That's a deep one. Shout out to Star. Yeah, ACC Huddle will be there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach.
I like ACC Huddle anyway.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric. Shout out to EMAC. Shout out to everybody over there.
EMAC.
Mac's a dude, man.
Yeah, man.
Good guy, man. Jason C3PO asked, do y'all think we will open up the offense?
I think if it's available, yeah, man. I mean, again, if there's no reason to open it up, then we won't. If we can just run the ball and chill, then there's no reason to open it up. But if we need to, I think we will. Yep.
Should always take it back to the gambler days, man. You got to know when to hold them, know when to show them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Know when to...
Yes, Devetta. Yes, they're going to Vanderbilt. Yes,
Vandy and Bama, man.
Vandy and Bama. They had the option. They chose that one. We're still on that game. 7:00, 7:30. Did the official time come out yet? Because it's weird. Because it'd be
I thought it was 7:30.
Okay, so 7:30. Yeah,
7:30. Yeah.
Yeah, on ESPN, not ABC, or whatever it is. It's just nasty work, bro. All right, man. Bagging up says, should we spy Castellano on obvious passing downs and distance? And I think we will. Who do you spy on him with? Marquise Lightfoot?
Lightfoot.
I think it'll be Jacoby Thomas
or
Keontae Scott,
even Torrey,
something like that. Torrey,
Scott for sure. For sure.
One of the I think
just let them crash out demons go, man.
Yeah,
crash outs.
Yeah.
Diego going to go off against Bama. Diego's having a hell of a year. Diego Pavia.
Yeah, he's a problem.
Balling out.
Yeah, he's a problem.
It
was great. It was great to watch football this weekend, man. Just sit there.
Yeah, stress free.
Yep. Yeah, man.
I don't think I got off my couch yesterday.
Yeah. So if we let real,
I even napped on the couch.
Man, who do we think? So we watched. Did you guys watch Oregon and Penn State?
Yeah.
I think Oregon. I've been wanting to see Oregon, and Oregon looks good, man. Dante Moore looks good in that offense.
Yes, he does.
He looks good in that offense, man. I had questions. I didn't know, but he looks good in that offense. I can't.
Yeah, because who they played. Yeah, because of who they played at the beginning of the season, you don't really know what that is. Going into Penn State, look, I told y'all what James Franklin was going to do. Like, it's what he always does, right? Like, they came back, but they found a way. Yeah, I saw that. I hated that Alabama Georgia was on at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard.
I had the split screen going.
Yeah, I had the split screen on. It was like, oh shit, lot going on. Yeah, man. Saw that. Yeah, got to see some football. I was like, all right. There's some teams out there, but I'm excited to. Years ago, if we go back, there was a clear disparity as to what I'm saying. Certain games look like and then you would watch Miami. Now there isn't such a big difference, and that's interesting. But yeah, Oregon looks good.
That's one thing I noticed watching all those games that I was like, we actually match up with these dudes now.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice being able to say that for once in a long time.
Yeah, facts.
Very long time.
Yeah. So it's interesting. That's what it is. Appreciate y'all, man. 250 rocking with us. Y'all be good, man. Smash that like button. Remember, we're available wherever you get your podcast. For Poke, Joey, I'm your boy Benny Boondocks, man. CB will be back next Sunday, and I'm sure he's gonna have plenty to say. We're gonna be right here, man. We'll drop our Joey and I will drop
all fans of other schools join us after the game.
We'll be right here,
and we'll either way we're gonna be here, and we'll stand in the paint. We stand in the paint. There's no problems here.
We don't hide.
So,
y'all make sure
come back
on the rewatch. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to leave your prediction. Owen, leave your prediction too. I know you have a terrible defense, and we'll see what that's like. All right, man. Y'all be good. Be safe. We out of here. Peace.
Thanks for watching. You heard. Thanks for listening. We appreciate y'all. You already know every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You already know every Sunday. Right on time.